this afternoon. So who are we? For those who don't know American West Metals, let me just get this going. Just a quick summary of who we are and a bit of an investment summary here. We are 3 assets in North America. The US and Canada has been a fantastic hunting ground for ASX companies lately. Fantastic jurisdictions to work in. We have 2 assets in Utah and 1 in Canada. So we have the West Desert polymetallic deposit very close to Bingham Canyon, which most people realise one of the biggest copper projects in the world. Copper Warrior is a sediment-hosted copper project, 15 kilometres from Utah's second largest copper mine. And we have Storm Seal, which is effectively 2 projects in one. We have the Seal zinc deposit, zinc silver deposit, and Storm Copper. And I'll just focus on Storm Copper today. That's where we're working at the moment. That's where we see the value in the short term for American West and our shareholders. Existing resources as well. You can't, resources certainly underline any valuation on any company. We have the large polymetallic West Desert, recently JORC compliant resource issued earlier this year. And Seal is also a compliant resource, NI 43-101 Canadian. So existing metal in the ground is always going to add value. And grade is king, as people know. We've shown that the copper mineralisation at Storm can produce over 50% DSO product, which I'll talk to you soon, which is very exciting for us and one of the highest grade DSO projects globally for copper, which there aren't many of, by the way. Outstanding growth, like I said, we're drilling at Storm. We have the DSO study underway at Storm at the moment. We believe that the other 3 projects as well also have outstanding exploration upside and very large land holdings. And we've got a fantastic board and a very deep experience in developing mines, mid-tier companies, major companies, and also in exploration space as well with discovery history. And I'll move through this pretty quickly and get to Storm, the good stuff given the time. But this is what it looks like in terms of news flow for the next, this year at least. You can see it's very Storm-centric. That's good. So that's where we're drilling at the moment. That's where the work's going into. But also, we're not forgetting the other 2 projects. There's work going on, study work and optimisation work going on into those other projects. And we're likely to get down to Copper Warrior very shortly as well to do some RC drilling there. The key takeaways on this slide is, I guess, our fairly low market capitalisation based on the assets we have. We believe significant growth potential there, but also the cash position. We're well funded for the Storm program. A lot of that program is prepaid. That's the way it works in Canada, particularly in the Arctic. A lot of your costs are up front. So that's already sunk, so we're well capitalised to continue the program. So Storm, this is the RC rig in action. It's the first time I've used an RC rig in the Arctic, but it's going very well. Since we did a release yesterday, we've actually got 2 other drill holes to report on in the near future. Storm, I think it's worth spending a bit of time on this slide because a lot of Australians do not understand the Arctic, but really getting to Storm and Seal, it's actually easy to get into parts of Western Australia. We have a commercial flights to Resolute, which is northern Canada. Northwest Passage is ice-free during the summer, and we have about 56 ships servicing the archipelago during the summer months. So we're on the coast. Seal's essentially on the coast. Storm's about 20 kilometres inland. We have a very large land holding over 4,000 square metres, 120 kilometres of prospective strike. 2, like I said, Seal's an existing deposit, but Storm, is 2 types of copper has been discovered there. It's a historical mining district. Polaris and Nanoscivic base metal mines were operated for about 4 decades up in that part of the world. So I akin the area to an early Mount Isa. Discoveries are still being made. A lot of work to do as well. We have the option to earn 80% on the project as well through in-ground expenditure. We're probably 50% through that, but certainly next year we'll be complete that option agreement. So this is what it looks like. A lot of the work in the past has really identified significant near-surface mineralisation, and they're very distinct and different. You'll see that the 3 zones up there, all very close to surface. That's extremely high grade. And last year we drilled an exploration drill hole into a geophysical target, and we've nicked what we believe is a significant sedimentary strata-bound copper system at depth. This is what the near-surface mineralisation looks like. It covers over 40 hectares, which is significant. The average thickness out of 32 drill holes that have intersected this mineralisation is over 20 metres and over 2% copper. So that gives you a feel for the tenor of the ore there. We're currently drilling the 4100 zone. This is what the mineralisation looks like. Very clear, simple, and very amenable to DSO, and I'll talk to that in a second. So we're drilling out the 4100 zone. You can see it's quite flat. That's about 1 kilometre long by 400 metres, so it has significant scale. 9 out of 9 drill holes have hit copper. This is what it looks like. As you can see, the drilling we're doing is showing continuity of the ore. We've now identified it with the 9 holes over about 600 metres of strike and 300 metres of cross strike. You can see there the thicknesses are very thick. It's confirmed with historical drilling, and like I said, the tenor looks to be between 1.5% and 2.5% copper. So this would rank up there in terms of the top 10% quartile near surface open pitable copper deposits globally. Like I said, we'd make a DSO, and this is really the penny drop moment for our American West. We put the core, we crushed it down to about 1 inch. We put it through a full-scale ore sorter, and we produced over 50% copper, 53% copper, pure chalcocite product, and then a mid-tier, which is 10%, and then waste. So this is a very low footprint, very low capital, fast-track production. There's no tailings dam, there's no processing plant. We believe that this is certainly a fast track for us to get this thing going. Permitting's already started. We've got a baseline environmental study happening in the summer this year, and we're doing further optimisation work to really refine the process and do some balance between yield versus tonnages, etc., and grade. So lots of work to do there. But look, also like I said, mentioned earlier, last year we drilled an exploration drill hole into a geophysical target, which is an EM plate, with a coincident gravity anomaly, and we intersected about 100 metres of mineralisation, disseminated chalcopyrite, a bit of vein-style chalcopyrite, also galena and pyrite, and in a bituminous carbonaceous unit. The significance of this is that this lies below that near surface mineralisation. The anomaly we drilled is over 5 kilometres long. The type of mineralisation suggests it's on the margin of the system, so we strongly believe that this may be the source of mineralisation to that near surface ore. You can see there's a couple of large faults. That's a graben. It's a bounding structure too. It fits the sedimentary copper model perfectly, where you have these large fault plumbing systems, low temperature, low pressure fluids coming up into these vuggy and bituminous kind of carbonates, and then precipitating copper mineralisation. So look, lots of work to do. This is the other part of the exploration that we're doing this year. We've just completed a gravity survey, and we hope to release that shortly. And based on that, we'll drill some of these other deep targets. So look, in summary, in the interest of time as well, I'll just wrap it up. But look, we believe that we have onto something very large here, and we have also a near surface potential, low cost, high margin potential with this near surface mineralisation as well. So we're working on the resource there. We hope to get the resource out sort of October this year, followed shortly by a scoping study on that DSO type material. So very exciting time for us. And look, if you want any more technical details, come past the booth, and I've got plenty of other stuff to show you. So thank you.